Hey folks, Vic here with your weekly trade video. First off, if you didn't already know, we are holding our second webinar of Darko's Forex Trading Bootcamp, which will be held on April the 2nd, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. There's a registration link in the text below this video or in the email that you received. These webinars, by the way, which are 100% free, there's no obligation, are a golden opportunity to learn firsthand from Darko, who has been consistently profitable every single year since he became our lead coach in November of 2017. I say profitable, that's based on the pending orders that he shows in advance in his pre-market analysis videos. Pretty impressive. And in the upcoming webinar, he's going to introduce you to a pure price action pattern that's actually his favorite one. So hopefully you'll be able to attend that, or at least register, and we'll send you the recording afterward. Okay, enough said about that. For today's video, I'm going to show you the value of trading with the trend. And I have some other valuable insights to share with you as well that I hope you'll find interesting. So without further ado, I'll show you a trade that made over 7-to-1 reward risk. And I'll show you the entry, I'll show you the stop, the profit target levels to shoot for, all that kind of thing. Let's take a look. Okay, let's have a look at this trade. And as I say, when you're trading with the higher time frame trends, you're really putting the bigger money behind you, and you can get some really good moves with this. Now, you can get good counter trend trade moves too, but it's really a matter what's part of your trading plan. This is the U.S. Canadian dollar pair, and I pointed this out to our members in our short-term trading. This happened a few days ago, and specifically, actually, the fill was on Wednesday. So anyway, I won't go through the whole thing in too much detail, except I want to just show you the setup, and really this comes down to understanding advanced market flow, which is a concept that Darko introduced to our members when he started as our lead coach back in November 2017. This is a really important level right here, okay? And as price chopped its way up here, this is not a change in trend. This is a correction into resistance, okay? So Darko did a video about this, about continuation, correction, and this is a correction. And what we're looking at up in here is a reason to sell, if there is one. Otherwise, there's nothing to do. Well, this candle right here, this blue candle, was a reason to sell. That's an ACAT. We have very specific rules about what that looks like. When you have a daily level like that, we use our 1-hour chart for our entry time frame. On our 1-hour chart, this is that same level I just showed you on the daily chart. And here was the ACAT setup on this day right here. So you can sell it at a resistance level, which I don't see anything when I look left here, or you can just use a Fibonacci level, and that's what, from this high to this low, we have these different Fibonacci levels. On these ACATs, Darko prefers to sell 62%, and I like it a bit higher at 79%. That's just me. It's just my preference. There's not a right or wrong here. I miss trades because sometimes it'll just hit 62% and go right down. Sometimes it won't make it even 62%, but you have a better chance of getting filled at 62%, but with your stop above here, it's going to mean you have more pip risk. Rather than selling it here, I have less pip risk. I can trade more lots, and I have a easier chance to get the risk out of my trade when I get 1-to-1. That's just the way I look at it. But like I say, there's sure no wrong or right about it, and Darko's done very well with the way he does it. So selling it at 62%, you needed a 28 pip risk. Down to this line, which I'll show you why I have this line marked in a minute. That's a 5-to-1 reward risk trade. Beautiful. Selling it up here, higher, down to here, is almost an 8-to-1, about 7.7-to-1, I think it was. Okay, now, on it, as it's coming down, when you get filled as it's coming down, it's all about trade management. This big, huge candle right here is the FOMC rate release. We do not take trades during these major levels like red flag news events like this. However, we were already in the trade back here, way up on the trade. This is a super good illustration of when you can just hang on to it. See, move your stop so you can't lose on it, and see what happens. And in this case, it keeps going down. This level, because we took a daily trade, a trade off a daily chart. Here's another daily. This price came down and rallied up. That's a very good level to watch for taking profit. You could have used this level here too, actually. Okay, I'm just showing you where it went to. I'm not saying, oh, this is exactly how much everybody made, because everybody trades, does their trade management a bit differently. If you go to the, let me take these lines off here to get, well, I don't want to leave it on for a minute. If you you could have taken profit here. Nothing wrong with that. That's a great level too, right? So, you know, different traders have different risk tolerances, etc. One of our members took the trade. Let me just go to the 1 hour chart. He sold it at 79%. He took his profit right here. Not a bad level right there. That was the rate release here. And he took 63 pips out of it with an 18 pip risk. So that was 3.5 to 1. That's a very nice reward risk. This would have been a nice level here. Okay, so there's no right or wrong answer, but I just want to point out that when you're trading with the trend, you can get these really, really nice moves like this. Now listen, I know that this looks very appealing when you see a trade happen like this, right? After all, who wouldn't want that trade, right? But first of all, they don't come along every day. And in fact, we can go through some dry spells with scalping. Don't kid yourself. Not having any setups get filled for several days. And that's because, the reason for that is because we're very particular about how a scalp sets up. A pattern has very specific and objective parameters. And if we don't see them, we don't trade. Period. End of the story. It's not like... There's a misconception about scalping. It's not just a matter of sitting at your computer and clicking buy and sell all day long. You'll go broke really fast doing that. Guaranteed. Okay? If you want to learn to trade like this, give yourself a fair chance. Do it right. And the very best way by far, and I know I'm being biased when I say this, but whatever. I'm just saying start with Darko and his long-term trading service because it's far easier to learn to trade longer term than short term because everything's slowed down with longer term. Once you're proficient at trading longer term, you can definitely apply the same approach and process to short term trading or any other kind of trading you want. Okay, it's just an easier way to learn. This isn't a race, right? Think about this. If it took you 6 months or maybe a year, okay, say it took you a year to become a consistently profitable trader, that's far better than seeing your account go up and down, mostly down, for 2 or 3 or 4 years, trading the same losing approach, making the same mistakes over and over. Like, you got to get a grip on that. Like, all I'm saying is make a decision to do it right. Stop self-sabotaging your trading. Maybe we're the service that can help you, maybe not. I don't know. But, at least start correcting the inconsistencies in your trading that are causing you to consistently lose. Alrighty, so thanks for listening to this week's video. As you can see, when you get into a trade using a smaller time frame entry, and that trade is in alignment with the higher time frame trend, you can get some pretty juicy moves. And of course, in Darko's longer term trading service, he points out these setups all the time in his PMA videos for the members. So yeah, it's a great way to learn. So again, don't forget to register for the webinar. And by the way, if you have any questions about either this video or the upcoming webinar, just send me an email and I'd be happy to help out. Thanks again, everyone. Take care. Have a great weekend.